Alright, so we shall discuss about inequalities today and increasing, decreasing functions. So, okay, so suppose we have a expression like x plus 1, y is x plus 1. So, first of all, we have a concept of a critical point. Now, what is a critical point? Critical point is a point where this expression becomes equal to 0. Okay, so x plus 1 becomes equal to 0 at x equals to minus 1. So we say that minus 1 is one of the critical points. So what is the critical point here? Minus 1 is a critical point. So if we draw our real line, so here we have 0, 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, and so on. So this is our critical point, right? This is our critical point. So on this critical point, when x is minus 1, okay, so when x is minus 1, our y will be 0. Okay, whenever x is greater than minus 1, that is over this region. Now look, this critical point is breaking this entire is dividing this entire real line into two regions. Okay, this critical point is dividing this entire real line into two regions. One of the region is this one. This is one of the regions. Okay, this region is minus 1 to infinity. Okay, and minus 1 we are not including minus 1. Okay, another region is this one, minus infinity to minus 1. Nice. So these are the two regions. Now whenever this is basically, this region can also be said as the x is greater than minus 1, and this region can be termed as x is less than minus 1. So whenever x is greater than minus 1, that is this region. Okay, this region, whenever x is greater than minus 1, our y will be positive. Correct? Why? Because if we take any value from this region of x, so suppose x is 0. If x is 0, then our x plus 1 will be positive. If x is 1, then x plus 1 will be positive. Everyone will be positive on this region. X plus 1 will always be positive on this region. And on this region, whenever x is less than minus 1, our x plus 1, that is also y, will always be negative. So we can say that over this region, and this is minus 1, so x plus 1 will be negative here and it will be positive here. Nice. Okay, so this is a very basic thing that I have showed now. Now let's complicate the things a bit, maybe. Okay, so that we can have a little bit of more understanding. So let y be equals to x plus 1 and x minus 3. Okay, so now we have two factors, right? X plus 1 and x minus 3. So for x plus for x plus 1, what is the critical point? Critical point here is minus 1, and what is the critical point here? Critical point is plus 3. Why? Because where is x minus 3 equal to 0? At x equal to 3. Okay, so for this critical point is 3, and for this critical point is minus 1. Where is x plus 1 equal to 0? That is at x equal to minus 1. Okay, next. So now we again bring up our real line and plot these 2 points, minus 1 and plus 3. So minus 1 will be on the left hand side of plus 3. And so once we draw these two, once we plot these 2 points, these two critical points, what happens is this entire real line, right? This is minus infinity, this is positive infinity. What happens is this entire real line gets divided into 3 regions, right? One is this region, one is this region, and one is this region. So this is the first region. Look, what is this region? This is minus infinity to minus 1. We're not including minus 1. Okay, look, we are not including in the regions, we are not including the critical points. So we are not writing something like this. Okay, we are writing something like this. So this is wrong. Okay, what we're doing is this. And what is this region? This region is minus 1, 2, 3. Okay, again we are not including 3 either, and this is 3 to infinity. Okay, now what about our two factors? So y is equal to x plus 1 and x minus 3. Now look, x plus 1 and x minus 3. Look at one thing. X plus 1 and x minus 3 both are positive here. Both of them are positive here. So our y will also be positive here. Why? Look, do you agree that x plus 1 will be positive here? Yeah. agree with this. Why? Because whatever values of x will come from here will always be greater than 3. Look, x is always greater than 3 here, right? And if x is always greater than 3, then x plus 1 will be positive. And if x is greater than x is coming from here, x is greater than 3, then x minus 3 should also be positive. Now, if both of these factors are positive, then y should also be positive, right? So in this region, y is positive. Okay, in this region, y is also positive, always positive. Okay, nice. Now, in this region from -1 to 3, look, what we are doing here is we are crossing the +3 critical point. We were in this rightmost region now. Now we step into the second rightmost region, and for stepping into this second rightmost region, right? For stepping into this second rightmost region, okay. For stepping into the second rightmost region, what we are doing is we have to cross this +3, right? +3 is the critical point. Now +3 is the critical point of whom? +3 is critical point of x minus 3. So x minus 3 will change its sign here. It will become negative. But this x minus 1 will still remain positive here. And then y will be negative here. So hence this is negative. Okay, so y will be negative here. Since we are crossing this +3 critical point, so we are moving into this, and +3 belongs to x minus 3. So x minus 3 will change its signature. It was positive first, now it will become negative. But this x plus 1 will still remain positive. Why? Because we are still having values of x which is greater than -1, right? So whenever x plus 1 will be greater here, positive still here. But here x plus 1 will be now negative, and this will also remain negative. So y will become positive here. So it is again positive here. Okay. Now, so suppose they are asking us what are the values of x for which y is greater than 0. So y is greater than 0 in which regions? Look, y is greater than 0 in these regions. This region -infinity to -1, and in this region 3 to infinity. So we say that x belongs to -infinity to -1 union 3 to infinity. Alright. Now if they say that y is greater than equal to 0, what should be the values of x? Then we will also include this -1 and 3 in our answer. Okay. Now what if they ask us where is y negative? Negative, strictly less than 0, that is negative. So we say the y is negative at this region, in this region, -1 to +3. Now if they ask us where is it non-positive or less than equal to 0, where is y non-positive or where is y less than equal to 0, then we say that, then we will include these critical points as well. Okay, these points will be included. So yeah, I hope these two examples are clear. Okay, if it is not clear, then don't worry, we will look into a lot of examples, and I guess we'll have a good understanding by the end of this video. Right. Now, once we are done with this, look, let us take another example. So let us say that y is x minus 1, x plus 3 divided by x minus 2 and x plus 4. So now look, we have 4 factors. Now x minus 1, x plus 3, x minus 2, x plus 4. Now what is the critical point of x minus 1? That is plus 1, right? Why is that so? Because critical point is a point where our factor becomes 0. Okay, so the so plus 1 is the critical point here. Okay, now what is the critical point of x plus 3? That will be -3. Critical point of x minus 2, what would be critical point of x plus 4? That is -4. So we have 4 critical points in our this thing. Okay, Okay, so we have 4 critical points like -3. So -4 is the least one, -3 and 1 and 2. So once we plot these 4 critical points, we have divided our entire real line into 5 regions, right? 5 regions. What are these regions? One of these region is basically 2 to infinity. The other region is basically 1 to 2. The third region we may say it is basically -3 to 1, and fourth region is basically -4 to -3, and the fifth region is -infinity to -4. So these are the 5 regions that we have divided our entire thing in. Okay, uh, real line in. So now we have our 4 uh, factors: x minus 1, x plus 3, x minus 2, and x plus 4. Nice. Okay. Now, for instance, in the rightmost region, in this region 2 to infinity, like every one of them will be positive, is it not? Every one of them will be positive. Whatever values of x, whenever the values of x is basically greater than 2, all these will be positive, and hence our y will also be positive here. Okay, nice. Now in this region, so we are done with this rightmost region, right? When we are stepping into the second rightmost region, we have crossed this critical point, which is 2, and critical point 2 belongs to x minus 2, that is this one, and x minus 2 was positive in the last region, so this one will become negative now, and every others will retain their signatures, right? So y will be negative now, y will become negative. So here y is negative, here y is positive. Now we move into this region after crossing critical point 1. Critical point 1 belongs to x minus 1, so x minus 1 was positive last time, now it will become negative, and everyone else will be retain their earlier position. Okay, last state, it will retain their last state. So what will y become? Y will become positive now. Okay, since we have 2 negatives and 2 positives, it becomes a positive. Okay, now similarly when it moves into this fourth region, we are crossing the third -3 critical point. -3 critical point belongs to the x plus 3. X plus 3 was positive last time, so it will become negative now, and everyone will become it will remain their last state. And so now we have 3 negatives and 1 positive, so our y will be negative here. So y is negative here, it is negative here, it is positive here. Okay, it is positive here, y is positive. And in this last one, we are for this last stage we will cross this -4 critical point, so this will become negative again. Okay, and everyone will remain negative, so this one will be positive, so it is positive. Okay, I hope these things are clear, or I hope it is clear. Okay. And so y is so if we are asked like so let us just name these regions. Okay, let this region be r1, let this region be called r2, r3, r4 and r5. Okay, so what is r1? R1 is nothing but negative infinity to -4. What is r2? Just nothing but -4 to -3. R3 is -3 to 1. R4 is 1 to 2. R5 is 2 to infinity. Now if we are asked that where is y greater than 0, where is y positive, then our answers will be it is positive in r1 union r3 union r5. Okay, or we may answer something like this, that -infinity to -4 union -3 to 1 union to infinity. Now if they ask us something like where is y greater than equal to 0, now since they are asking us greater than equal to 0, now since they are asking us it is greater than so our y was, what was our y? Our y was x minus not quite true. Okay, it was probably x minus 1 into x plus 3, x minus 2, x plus 4. I hope this was our y. Okay. So if we have to make y greater than equal to 0, then we will take which values? Look, first of all, one of the things is very important, that critical points which belongs to the denominators. Okay, critical points which comes from the factors of in the denominators, they will not be they will not be taken. Okay, so we will put holes there, and wherever it is in the from the numerator, the critical points which comes from the numerator, we will put bold points. Okay, so we will include them. Why is that so? Because if we take minus 4, like if x is minus 4, then this entire expression becomes undefined, right? If we take plus 2, this entire expression becomes undefined. So we are not going to include those critical points which actually comes from the factors who are in the denominator of our expression. Okay, so coming back to the question, where is our y greater than equal to 0? So the answer is, it will be in this region, minus infinity to minus 4, but we will not include minus 4. Why? Because minus 4, if we include minus 4, then our expression will become undefined. Okay, union minus 3 to plus 1, but here we shall include minus 3 and plus 1, both of them. Why? Because minus 3 and plus 1, even if we include them, they will become 0, and that is okay. Okay, because they belong to the numerator. I hope things are clear. Oh, shit. So where is y greater than equal to 0? Y is greater than equal to 0 at this region, minus infinity to minus 4, union 3 minus 3 to 1, union union 2 to 1, 2 to infinity, and we will not include 2 and minus 4. Okay, why? Because if we include 2 and minus 4, this expression will become undefined. Okay, nice. Now what about where is our this thing is less than 0? Where is it negative? Like, it is negative in this region, R2 and R4. So R2 is minus 4 minus 3, union R4. R4 is 1 to minus 2. Okay. Where is it less than equal to 0? So we say it is less than equal to 0 at minus 4 to 3. We shall include 3, and union 1 to 2, where we will include 1 but we will not include 2. Okay, so these are the points, and we can also be asked this question, that where is y 0? Y is 0 at the critical points. Okay, so whenever x is basically equal to any of the critical point, y is 0. So that's the answer. Okay, so these were the 3 examples which I wanted to discuss first. Okay, next we shall go into a few more. Next we will try to understand increasing and decreasing functions. Alright, thank you.